Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. Look at this guy. It is a Lavat, a special one. You've seen this before. This is one of the 25 Briar Blues anniversary, 25th anniversary Lavat. And the color, the stain, it was really neat because there's only 25 made, and I got in there pretty quick. But I had a particular one that I wanted because he had a lot of different types of rustification, colors and everything. And I got exactly what I wanted, and I love it. And this was also part of my June Canadian Madness, where I smoked every Canadian Lavat, one every day at least, and all of them, those were the criteria, and I had a good time with it. I had I had 12, and so I smoked, pretty much every one at least 3 times this time. I didn't come up with any completely nice sleepers, if you will, because I have found a few, but they all pretty well smoked kind of what I was expecting and everything. But I had 4 that were special. I have a Dunhill, eBay, but a Dunhill. It's real nice. I have my dad's pipe, really, really nice in the sense of it just smokes like a dream. I have another one that is the biggest bowl, and I kind of like that. And then this guy. Very good. I like it. So anyhow, this is kind of a recap for June, and just as a teaser, not that you really care, but July is going to be a fun month for me because it is going to be my straight billiards. And they're all over the place. I'll be having a good time with them. I will include stuff that are pretty close to the billiards. I have some double-ins, but still pretty much that straight billiard. I'll let you know how that works out. Will be fun. So next, a couple things on Pipe Week. One, thank you, Phil, of the Briar Report. And again, you gotta pay attention to Briar Report. In his blob, and yes, I was blobbed again, very kind words about what I did for Pipe Week. So thank you very much, Phil. Second, the last thing I did on Pipe Week was I put out, just for fun of it, but it actually took a fair amount of work, a greatest hits. And when I do my editing, sometimes if I have to take out a lot of stuff, because I had to go through the whole video to find 1 or 2 things, was going to be on the greatest hits. When I cut that stuff out, a lot of times it comes out really weird. And every time I've had to do that, it just made it harder for me to edit. But I never had this pop up in the videos. Okay, so when I watched the video, a lot of a lot of them were kind of distorted and just weird things. Though the sound was good. People still enjoyed them. But if I have a chance, I am going to clear them up as long as I'm doing it, especially if I think I have a way to do it that I just didn't know, didn't utilize, take advantage of the way I can edit, didn't know about it. I will put that out just for giggles and grins, but I'm mainly doing it for my own satisfaction because I don't like having something out there like this. So that's a little side project. So anyhow, that'll be happening. Oh, one more thing about Pipe Week. It ended with awards under 6 categories. Now, I didn't get nominated, but I found out through important sources that of the 5 of the 6 categories, I was number 6. I just missed it by that much on 5 of the categories. The only one I was not even in contention for whatsoever was funniest. Because, as you know, I'm always very serious. I really don't do funny. So I can understand that one. And, well, anyway, if you feel sorry for me, remember cash will work. So what we're going to do next is 2 things. I'm going to have VR to Catdadpiper, Catdad, and I'm going to answer Yardism's question number 9. So first, Catdadpiper. He is having his first anniversary goal. And if you remember, I did my first anniversary goal, my second anniversary goal. So I really want to participate in this because I think, personally, I think that's what you should do. Don't worry about the subscribers. I mean, I do like subscribers. I've found a lot of people because of it. But my goals were to not be a fly-by-night little, you know what I mean, pain in the butt who does a bunch of videos and then leaves. My goals have been the longevity. Catdad, been a full year. I believe I was one of his firsts. And been watching him, you know, ever since. I like that. So he asked 2 questions. First is kind of describe your perfect summertime place to smoke. So I'm going to answer that in 2 ways. First, which will require a story. Like I don't tell stories. I like to talk. And the second, it's just kind of a fantasy one. But the first is, I face it, I smoke in my armchair. Usually in the evening, watching movies, watch the news, movies, little stuff of television, but really I love movies. I just really do. And that's year round. But in the summer, I do have one more place. And you saw that in last week's one of my videos. I have the outdoors, my little patio. Have a rocking chair in it, very comfortable. And what I do is I sit and do nothing. Sometimes I might have music on. Sometimes I don't even have music on. At twilight. My favorite time of the day is twilight. I have my little garden outside, and but I watch, just relax and watch the fireflies, the lightning bugs. The little story behind that is, of course, I was raised back east in West Virginia, in Indiana, but I was born here in Trenton, New Jersey, and been time in Pennsylvania, close to where I live right now. But after I moved to Denver in the Navy, got residency in Colorado, and stayed there for close to 40 years until I retired. And Colorado doesn't have fireflies, lightning bugs. Maybe I've kind of heard it was just simply because of the altitude. And I have heard a few people said that they've seen them, but not where I lived and not where I could just see them. And that kind of made it interesting for when I would come home. When my parents retired and moved back here, I'd get all excited, and we'd go somewhere and it happened to be at twilight and they have this field full of lightning bugs, and I'd get all excited and everybody running, why the heck I was all excited. Because I didn't really have them. I missed them from my youth. And I guess when something goes away, that's when you appreciate it more. So I will just sit out there, smoke a pipe, watch the lightning bugs, and really, truly veg out. Oh, I love that time. So that's one of my times. The other one is a fantasy one that has to do with what I did in the Navy. I'd love to be able to go back out at sea and, just like in the Navy, smoking my pipe. Love to be in a big sailboat, cuddy type, some of these. I don't want like a cruise line. I don't want something like that. I want one of these barefooting things where I can actually really be close to the water. And that would be the fantasy. So that's the first question. The next is basically my advice for new pipe smokers. And this is a little different than everything else, but this is kind of how I started. And let me explain. What I think you need to do is commit to it. May sound dumb because you maybe haven't ever smoked a pipe, and that's why people recommend just getting a corn cob. You don't have that much invested in it, and that's a good point. But I think to start a pipe smoking, odds are you're going to be smoking out of a briar. Get yourself a briar pipe. It can be an expensive one. It can be a basket one. You can find some great buys there. You may not know what you're looking for, but still it will be expensive. But get a briar pipe and commit that you're going to smoke a pipe. Then that way, at first, you're going to get some extra tongue bite. You're not going to know exactly how to pack it, how to breathe, the breath, whatever. Just commit it. By committing it, you're also going to learn that stuff rather than just smoke a couple things, decide you don't like it. Commit to it. That's my advice. Next, Chad, Yardism, has been asking a question each week to stimulate conversation, maybe getting some new people to post for the first time. Question number 9 is basically 3 books. And books have been mentioned quite a few times in different gauze and just questions and stuff. I mean, my biggest one would be the Sherlock Holmes. I bought them, read them all since high school, and I've read all of them just recently, is about 2 years ago, 4 or 5 times. But then there's other questions with books and stuff. This way I'm going to answer it a little different than the other times. And I decided, because what came right to my mind is 3 books that I just devoured. 3 books. Now I had a few more, but that I just couldn't put down. You know, it just finished them off. That was sort of like my obsession for the day or so. Staying up late, you know, not wanting to go to sleep because of the next chapter. So anyway, 3 books that I devoured. So the first one came to mind. Is the latest one that really just was Dan Brown's the Da Vinci Code. I couldn't put it down. Another one, this was while I was in the Navy, before I saw the movie, The Godfather. Again, but I was in the Navy, I was on my ship. And every second moment that I wasn't on watch or up on the signal bridge on duty or working, that's what I was doing in my rack, outside, whatever. I just couldn't put it down. That was The Godfather. And then another one, this I got when I was in high school, Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I still remember it intrigued me, and I just couldn't put it down. I sacrificed maybe some good grade, but that's just me. But, so 3 books that I just devoured. So that was our answering your questions. So I hope you like this. Like and subscribe. Just a little teaser. Remember, well, probably won't remember, but anyway, September 15th, smoke rings around the world. Got to start practicing your smoke rings. We'll be talking about it before. Got some guests going to teach you how to blow smoke rings. So anyway, hope you like. Subscribe so I know who's out there. And if you don't like, remember, you're not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. And take care out there.